Should've been a podcast, it should've been a podcast, yeah. Should've been a podcast, it should've been a podcast, yeah. Should've been a podcast, it should've been.
Would I pay for anything? Would you pay for anything over $100? Just to you entirely.
It's going
you don't
down.
get my serious.
It's going down. So let's address the fighting of it. None of these niggas finna fight.
Yeah, I don't want to see
Right. But it turns into what's programmed. It's violence. Fuck. But it kind of.
Right. So are you not gonna give it to me?
I'd have seized in front of him. You don't lose interest in a woman at that station. She was just telling me how much things. Just telling us because I don't feel that way. I'm just not stupid enough to certain things.
Should've been a podcast, it should've been a podcast, yeah.
But
This
look,
is how they fish for men.
this is how they fish. But look, somebody posted the group is females take
On your program.
What'd you put on there? On which one?
Well, one of the last things you said,
Should've been a podcast,
I said you got to read the terms and conditions.
should've been a podcast, it should've been a podcast, yeah. Should've been a podcast, it should've been a podcast, yeah. Should've been a podcast, it should've been a podcast.
Once again, it's them. Two Himothy's. What's up, man? How you doing?
Beautiful, wonderful.
What are you drinking?
Do it fluid.
It's your Barsh. Should have been a motherfucking podcast.
Should have been a podcast season
Yes.
2
Season 2. I know
in
y'all
that thing.
We've been doing a lot of lives, but we're
They don't
back
care
in
what we've
effect.
been doing.
They
They
do
don't
care.
They don't care.
They care.
They don't care about our
Do
lives.
y'all miss the... Do y'all miss the wetness? The moist? The sexual topics? The topics on race? DEI?
What we're actually awarded for is culture and entertainment. So
Culture and entertainment. Yes.
yeah,
You think we're going to win again this year? Those awards?
we should win more awards this year.
I want to win one award, Father of the Year. You know why?
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
Because my daughter went to prom. And I was...
You want to talk about it?
I don't, but I do. Because it's a lot
For
of
other,
fathers.
I'm on my way in a few years. You know,
To all the fathers out there, your baby's going to go to prom. Just be prepared for everything. Not the shenanigans of losing your virginity, which is something that happens after prom if it didn't happen before prom.
no.
But there's another thing that happens. Your children are growing up, and being a father, you have to grow with them. Some mothers, you know, they look toward, oh my God, you're going to prom. I don't care what your father says. If I'm paying for this shit,
How much? That's what I'm about to say. How much money did you spend?
so
Roundabout.
to be honest, saying how much money I spent is against the policies of what we do here. It should have been a podcast.
You don't have to say a figure.
How about this?
Was it enough? Was she satisfied?
About too damn much. She was everybody's gonna say this. She was the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. The truth is, your
Rob, you
daughter,
tell me, Rob, if you ever see this, was you satisfied?
yes, she'll tell you.
Did daddy do the damn thing?
She was so beautiful, it stopped time.
You never sent me pictures. What are we doing?
I didn't send nobody pictures because of what happened.
We
at
almost
prom.
be category with nobodies.
Listen,
Good
no,
Lord.
no,
Can
no,
I
no.
leave now? My job is done.
I personally, it was a moment that I'm still living.
You're soaking in.
I want out. So, of course, it wouldn't be a podcast if I didn't open up about this here. All right, fathers. Mothers are going to look at this completely different. They want the kid to entertain a certain lifestyle because either they did and it worked or they did and it didn't work. So they, my daughter is a copy of me, so I want her to have the best.
All
Okay.
women think like that?
No, because some women not around to apply that pressure. So when you got a father that has to layer in certain aspects of other people's realities, then you can mix and match a curated idea of how it's supposed to go. And that was said with no ums. Work on not
Did it
saying
go the way
no.
you wanted to go?
No. Like, what's fucked up, I think I've been avoiding the conversation because it was supposed to happen like this.
You was waiting on the pod.
I was waiting on the pod. Oh, okay, so she had on all black. She looked like the universe, the Milky Way. By Devin Rockins. Now listen, so
Dude picked out the whole thing.
I coordinated certain pieces to go a certain way. I let her be in charge of everything. All I was a sponsor, a producer, an executive producer.
Executive producer.
So from nails to hair to toenails to accessories to explaining costume jewelry to real jewelry to boys, to
Most
to
tonight.
friends. So the most important thing, let's get down to the gookie. She's dressed. She's looking beautiful. I didn't want to see her put it all together until it was done. Get her makeup done. Her mom invite like 50 females over. My sister invite Keisha. It's everybody there. I didn't even know everybody was there. I'm in my office doing my thing, reading books about black people fighting gorillas. No, but
100 niggas
hold on, we're gonna touch on that.
versus
So,
a girl.
a gorilla. A gorilla with a grill. Nah, so she comes out and automatically it's going wrong. I'm like, wait a minute. So her mom was supposed to, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. Certain things didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen. Introduce Super Dad. We can always do that part later as far as the photographer that was supposed to be there when your dad's a fucking photographer. Listen, so things happen, and my baby was like, well, Dad, she said this. So I'm like, all right, well, babe, we'll do this on another day. You can get dressed up. I can get dressed up, and we can go out to eat. We can do this thing after this thing. Okay, cool. It's planned out. Big, oh, you saw that?
I'm with you.
A big recreation just for me and her. This is her idea in a sense, but it's also my idea to get a good photo shoot with her.
Right.
Boom. She comes out. Well, first I had to go to her room when I didn't really look at her. She was like, Dad, did you get me some accessories, some jewelry? And I said, no. But previously to that moment, I had spent like hours in the mall trying to find the perfect necklace, perfect bracelet, diamond. So, boom.
Not moissanite.
Not crystals, diamonds. Here we go. So I find what I'm going to find. It's beautiful. Spend a little change. It's beautiful. But this is for that moment. This is something she can give to her kids. And her kids can give to her kids.
Right.
I don't want her husband to be the first person to give her something like this.
Right.
Had to be me. So I took it to the extreme. I've been working my ass off too. And my brain and my hand. Fuck you, AI. Listen, here we go. So,
Damn. That was him, AI, not me.
We're going to get him one day.
I fucks with you.
Motherfucker. No, here we go. Fuck your daughter's prom. The Wi-Fi fucked up. So she's coming out. She's in the room, and I'm kind of like talking to her. So I act like I don't have nothing. So she put together a little something. No attitude, no ego. Just, okay, fuck it. We ain't got that. Let's keep it moving. Secretly, I have it. So they outside, I take pictures. I walk out. I say, listen, take that bullshit off. This was the plan. Take a picture. You know what? Something's missing. Something's missing. Here, how about that? It's just not right yet. Take another picture. Something else missing. Give it a bracelet.
Right.
I was kind of devastated that they had kind of started this process, not without me, but it didn't go the way it's planned. You got women that are very excited. Come on! It's elevating at the fact that the child is becoming a woman. So she comes out. We outside. I tell her take that bullshit off. Give it a bracelet. I'm gonna give it a necklace first. She opens it, and she had it turned the wrong way, so everybody else saw it before she saw it. They was like, "Oh my God!" It just sounded like a goddamn concert. All right, then she turned around. She said, "You can see it hit her." So she damn near dropped the fucking box.
Was anybody filming this?
Yes.
Okay.
Pause. In the fucking process of handing her the diamond necklace, her mother drops her fucking Apple Watch that I bought like 2 weeks ago for her for graduation going forward. Like she wanted a new Apple Watch and blah 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 blah. New phone, new watch, blah 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 blah. And I'm saying blah 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 because she's gonna watch this and be like, wait a minute, I didn't know you got one of those for me, Dad. I heard it on the podcast. Should have been. So that happened. Mom dropped the watch. Yeah. And you watching this, you dropped that goddamn watch. She's like, well, I was giving you this stuff. You had to watch.
Yo, bad.
You notice everything you handed me, I had. You dropped the damn watch. But we have insurance. Black people get insurance. SBAP insurance. No, that's a joke. We don't have SBAP insurance unless you want to give us our money to insure some shit. And we will insure you that you need insurance. Here we go. So she gets the bracelet, she gets the diamonds, and she puts it on. The entire ride to the red carpet, she's in the car doing this. Like, damn, girl, you didn't watch. So
Where were you?
In the driver's seat. She wanted me to walk her down the red carpet. Emphasis, wanted me to.
Yeah.
She wanted her mother to walk her down the red carpet. Okay? Cool. It is what it is. And this story will stop there. Nah, so we get there. Her friends, everybody's beautiful. Like some of these kids, time the fuck out. I saw a stud.
A stud.
I saw a kid.
Is that a derogative?
No. It's calling it a spade, a stud. Listen, I saw a stud.
It was a kid.
It was a kid.
It was a kid.
It was a goddamn kid.
Female.
A little kid. 18. She had to be 18, 19.
A kid female that
That's a stud.
Identifies
as a man. As a young man.
As a young man.
A very strong young man in today's society. Listen, so I see the stud, but she's kind of, this ain't got nothing to do with my daughter, so lose that idea. But when we parked, I saw a dunk behind me, a blue dunk on like some 28s. The fuck you get those from? Like tractor tires. But I saw this stud fumble out of that motherfucker. And I was like, damn, they went far. The girl had like a blue outfit on. It looked like some shit out of a movie. Out of some ghetto Cinderella shit. And then she would be the guy. No disrespect. The young person.
It was fly?
Fly as fuck.
Yeah.
I thought it was Wiz Khalifa. Or Diddy. No Diddy's was harmed during the filming of this. Nah, but so the little kid was beautiful. Everybody was beautiful. All right, here we go. I see Raya friends. A little guy walks up. Kind of computery.
Computery.
Geeky. I was like,
he's
okay.
a blurred.
He walked up, he like, oh my God, Raya. You look amazing.
No way. You're exaggerating.
I swear, you look amazing.
A blurred.
You look amazing.
A black.
I don't know if he read comic books or do nerd stuff, but he definitely fit
we call them blurreds.
He fit the mold of a young blurred. I'm never using it again. Here we go. He fit the mold of that. So I'm thinking like, is this the boy? Is this the guy? Like, right, what the fuck? This is fucking, what the, no. But no, it's one of her friends.
You just now meeting the guy?
No, it wasn't nothing like, she's going with her friends. Oh. But when I see the little guy come up, I'm thinking like, huh?
You thought you was getting surprised.
I got surprised, but here we go. So the little guy comes up, he's like, oh my God, Ryan, you look amazing. Like God, you're like God. No, he didn't say that. But he enjoyed how she looked. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's dope. A couple of more girls walk by, I guess softball girls, other kids walk by. They're like, oh my God, Ryan. It all become just compliments. Okay, cool. A couple of boys walk by. Hey, Ryan, hey. Hey, can't wait to get you without your father around. You look beautiful. You look good. You look beautiful. Other people,
he was reading the boys' minds.
They always see her in sports mode sports mode or president mode because she's the president of Metro.
So she's a business or sports mode.
Exactly. They never, when she dressed casual, she just dressed normal. So boom. What's a normal dress? I don't know. Use your goddamn imagination. But she don't wear all the revealing things. And so this is
it.
This is a Cinderella moment. Black Cinderella starring Usher. Here we go. No. Usher had chairs in my baby mouth. Yeah.
There goes my
I didn't hit the fucking camera, my bad. Oh. There we go. We good? Nah. There we go. So we had to beat Usher asses now for putting cherries on my baby. Listen,
Usher, you had to get it, bro.
So we get to the red carpet, and I see everything moving. Everybody's there. Homies, cousins, sisters, homeboys, my homeboys, everybody. We walked around to this little side, and she turned around. She said, "Hey, Dad." I said, "What's up?" I'm proud. I'm happy. She said, "Can I walk down the red carpet with him?" And I see the little man. He's like, "Hi, Mr. Rockins." Everything in my soul.
The test.
Everything changed.
He met the big boss.
Everything changed for a moment. Because we're better than that. We can have a communication. Also, you're 18. You can kind of, it ain't really, this is after the moment where my heart completely fell all over the red carpet.
All right.
So here we go. I didn't shake the little man's hand. I was like, okay. I'm like, of course, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You hated on him?
Listen.
Did you shake his hand?
You gonna listen?
Did you knock his hand down?
No.
Did you look at it?
It wasn't like that. I said, what's up?
Nigga.
I said, what's up? What did I shake his hand for?
He reached his hand out.
I don't know where his hand's been. No disrespect to that young man or his father. Now, that's another case. Here we go. So we go, the situation wraps. We walk around. They walk down the red carpet. They look good. And that was whatever. So they walk down the red carpet. Boom. We get over there. My daughter got this look on her face like, what the fuck is my dad thinking? So in the process, the dude father, it's like 5'2". No disrespect, he's a shorter guy. My youngest son is taller than him. And they're with me. And I got other homeboys. It's like a mountain of guys. Negroes. You know what I'm saying? So as black people, there's a misunderstanding I had there. I made it about myself. Secondly, his father walks up. He's like, hey, shake your hand. How you doing?
Did you shake the father's hand?
Listen, we're going to go to prom together. He said, my son, whatever his name was, we're going to go to, no disrespect. I just don't remember the boy's name. I can remember his face.
Oh, where were y'all at this point?
Standing on the other side of the red carpet after they had walked.
Okay.
So he's like, reach out, shake my hand. I'm like, we don't got to shake hands. It is what it is.
Good Lord.
I said that. I said it. It was me. I was in my feelings.
It was in his body.
Listen, but
He was in his body.
but the truth be told is the young man was a handsome young man, and it's not a boyfriend because we've talked about this. After that, he was just going through the carpet with her. So going to the carpet, walking the red carpet with her.
Yeah.
So the misunderstanding kicks in as a communication issue. She wanted to surprise me. Truth is, she didn't know how to tell me because previous to that moment, she's like, Dad, this dude asked me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just joking. Hey, Dad, I want you to meet the dude that's taking me. Okay, cool. I'm just joking. So, okay, cool.
Did you tell her that you wanted to do all of that?
I'm just glad you're not gay.
Did you tell her that you wanted to do all of that?
That's what I said to her. You can do what you want.
No, what I'm
my
saying,
phrase was to her, I'm just glad you're going to reproduce.
No, I'm just saying, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm saying before that, did you plan to do all of that? Like, did y'all agree on, like, you was going to walk down the carpet?
Yeah, no, she asked me to.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to go buy new shit for this event.
No, I'm saying, I'm trying to get into the mind frame of your reaction to it was what it was because you expected what y'all had already talked about.
Exactly.
Okay.
And also, this is a big step for her because her focus it's not on boys.
All right.
So for this to be that moment, it just all collided at a moment. So I'm probably going to see the boy at graduation, and I'm probably going to see his father at graduation, and I'm still not going to shake his goddamn hand. I'm going to say congratulations.
It ain't nothing against you, father or boy.
No. It's against every boy. Can't have her. She's mine. No, take her and run off. No, truth be told, I'm probably going to see him, shake his hand, say, look, it was a moment. You got daughters. He's probably going to say no. I'm going to say, well, you didn't fuck somebody's daughter before, right? He's going to laugh. Then I'm going to shake his hand. Then I'm going to whisper his son. Congratulations.
There you go.
Congratulations, motherfucker. I'm getting a buzz in my left ear.
You mean you're doing too much.
What the fuck that mean?
Oh, no. Hit the back of it. There you go.
Permission. But that's what happened. So fathers, mothers, any parent that's not overprotective, but go to the prom like you going to Pine Bluff. You don't know what to expect. All right? Nigga might jump out of a fucking Happy Meal. Mom, we go to McDonald's? Sure, Jimmy.
Listen,
sure, Darius.
They used one of the characters was a fucking robber.
You talking about the clown?
No.
The clown was robbing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the burglar.
Yeah.
But they were robbing us for health for years. A billion burgers sold.
Damn.
You know how many people you didn't
kill?
kill?
How many guts you done fucked up?
I mean, you didn't fuck some families up.
Mine included.
And weep ass. I don't eat McDonald's.
I used to eat McDonald's. I don't care if you used to eat it if you don't eat it now.
If you eat McDonald's in Pine Bluff, it's the equivalent to eating pussy.
So that was our culture part of it. Prom season is upon us.
Yes.
And,
no. There's an insinuation that kids gonna have sex prom night.
That's dinosaur behavior.
No, it's not.
We got to move into the future.
In the ass.
Let's move into the future.
They're gonna fuck in the future.
Yes, but it won't be, prom won't matter like that.
So everybody that's watching this podcast, if you had sex on your prom night, tell the truth about it.
Yeah, but they didn't have social media.
Nobody knew.
So now, social media,
close the door, Mike.
That throws off everything.
It does, because you're gonna see the sex tapes.
Right. So now you got to worry about prom night any random night.
Listen, valedictorian, right? She's doing it. Congratulations, baby. You the whatever girl this is, Becky Johnson. You did it. You did it.
There's never been a Becky Johnson in history.
Oh, it's a Becky Johnson. They just call it in the hood. For real. Her real name is Heather Summer Smithers. So listen, imagine you at home, your daughter just graduated, or your son, whatever, and they send an email to you. Oh, check this email out. Some of your friends. And it's a fucking eightsome with your daughter. No! A big, fluffy fuckfest. So imagine just how technology and the world being so open nowadays. Right. Your daughter turned 20. Dad, I don't need your help. Why not? I have an OnlyFans. I've been making more money than you since I was 12. It started off with my feet, and then my knees, and then my elbows, and then my hands. And before you know it, I was 18, selling pictures of my hoo-ha. And there you go. She clocking dollars.
Getting to the chicken.
But imagine that motherfucker that got the OnlyFans that didn't work. You know, it kind of worked, it kind of didn't. You got maybe 100 fans. So your kid is growing up in this same community with those 100 people. That one guy, that Uber dude that you told you got an OnlyFans, yeah, his son go to school with your son. And he's like, hey, she got a freak video. And then this kid's at school talking shit. Shut up, Darius Johnson. Darius Johnson, black boy. Jamal Brown. No, so he's like, well, your mom got a fuck tape out. Show it to him on his phone.
It's a fight.
You ready for it? Your mom do too.
Yeah.
Bow. Your mom got over 1,000 followers. Fuck. And they'll fight over that. At least my mom got 1,000 followers. Your mom only got 80. And look what she put inside her. She shot it across the room. For real. How much she charged for them videos? $7.99 a pop.
My mom charges $50. Your mom's a cheap whore.
And your father knows about it. They get the baby weird and shit. But that's a part of the reality of moving into a higher class technological world. You get so high to the point you don't even have senses anymore. Let's don't even discuss the vibrator.
You're completely overstimulated mentally and physically.
The basic use of numbers. You're going to use a calculator to do basic numbers in basic work in the field until you get a computer technology. Because think about it. The first calculator started fucking shit up for how the basic human work.
Right.
It made it easier. So here we go.
But you needed a cash register too, so.
You did need a cash register. You do. Okay, wait. There we go. Let me fix this.
That don't even matter.
We good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because the little fuzzy shit in my ear, it's like a demon whispering to me. Kill him. Not your brother, the boy. No, I'm joking. What boy, demon? You know what boy. No, I was just joking.
The boy inside of you.
For real.
Kill me? Yes.
Kathy. What's that country song?
You wrote it down. I forget.
Hold on, let me. It was.
We're making a country song.
Don't hide me, Kathy.
Don't hide me, Kathy.
Don't hide me, Kathy Mack. But my eyes watering and shit because I'm actually happy for the first time in a long time.
No, that's close to what I sent you when you said the video wouldn't play. You know, when you smoke, when you cough and you get that blacked out feeling.
Yeah.
That's what that video was explaining. Like you just start floating.
Y'all gotta forgive me. Times are changing. Technology changing. Laws are changing. And people are changing. All this shit changing around us and us as black people, the core black the core black person, it ain't fucking with us. We've been here before. Y'all can take all this technology. We've been here, but our kids ain't. They're gonna be fucked up. And some of these adults gonna be fucked up. But again, like what I was saying earlier, the first calculator broke it. The second computer broke it. The minute you had to change it to prompting anything from natural brain, what's the word? It's a P word. What I'm looking for.
I have no idea.
I know what word I'm looking for, but you see how that works.
Program?
No.
Yeah.
Processing.
Oh, okay.
I did that because it takes time with the human mind to catch up.
Yeah.
Now, programming is a good word, but it ain't the proper word. It's the processing.
Yeah. How fast it does it.
1 + 1. 2. That's easy. 1 + 1 times 1,068 times 58 divide 53, 16 squared.
Right.
What do we have?
That's why when you get in your computer, the processing speed matters.
Exactly. The processing speed matters even when you're dating people. It happened. The processing, it happens understanding things.
Yeah, I had to teach somebody something the other day.
Here we go. Should have been a podcast. We are now talking about our love life.
Or it's just the processing of somebody that you're dating. You're learning each other, right? You meet somebody new, you start learning each other. And there comes a moment where a learning situation happens in real time. And a person was trying to we do what we do, right?
Right.
We have our own businesses.
Yes, we do.
And you clock in for yourself.
Right.
Some days,
as well as others.
Some days are easier than others as far as you clocking in for yourself. Some days it's like your head down and in your
workload.
You don't have your focus and attention is on that. So communication is going to be interrupted because of that.
Right.
The people that are highest on your priority list will
drop to a minimum on some level.
Yeah, but there's still a priority list.
It is.
Even when it drops, right? So there's still whoever's in your life that you're going to answer for.
There's what has to happen.
Right, automatically.
There's a thing that has to happen.
Some come through with the kid. You have a space open. You never close that door.
That's a different open capacity for emergencies.
So outside of that, anything else is like you're going to get to that when you get to that.
Right.
Well, there's going to be a person trying to communicate with you that doesn't know that and doesn't understand that at the moment because they don't know you like that.
Right.
And then that's when they have to find out. Like, oh, well, I haven't.
Let me hit you with it. I don't even know what you're going through. Mm-hmm. But I've been through it on several different stages. It turns into, am I not important?
Right.
Do you not understand the proper etiquette of approaching a woman or dating a woman or experiencing a woman or blaza, all that. But you are right. You're right. And I wrote some stuff for that reason. Because I've experienced this beautiful roller coaster of love and heartbreak. So it was seen. Sometimes when people leave, it makes me a little more powerful. When,
you know what that is, right?
Yeah, that's the world's smallest penis you're rolling around in your goddamn hand. No, that's the world's smallest violin. We all know about that.
And somebody's been playing you a tune.
Exactly. So here we go. Experiencing the ultimate experience is the love and the lost. What you don't pay attention to is the laughter. We forget the laughter. We forget the joy once we don't agree, which means the joy was never really the truth. It was never really about the joy. It was about this, are we going to get to this stage? And if we're not, all of this doesn't matter. Take the sex. Get rid of it. Take the natural bonding. Get rid of it. What do you have? You have to deal with this person once all that's stripped from her when you're older. And what I'm trying to say is this. A lot of people, and that's my phrase, we need to make a call. A lot of people don't understand why. I got it right here. A woman can call you baby. It means nothing. Sweetheart, honey, it means nothing. A woman can buy you gifts.
It feels weird sometimes. It's
It feels weird.
What does that mean? I don't know what that. Like, I hear it, but what does that mean?
I got you. It feels weird. Women, this is for you guys because it's applied across. It's just a condiment that they use for anybody. Ketchup, it's not unique to a special sauce that your mother make, or your girlfriend, or mom, or sister, whoever. The boy makes the sauce. Anyway,
it's available everywhere. Mustard, mayonnaise, ketchup.
Baby, honey, sweetie. If she gives you your own nickname, which I give people their own nickname, that is something unique. That's something powerful. Now, it don't have to be looked at like that, right? But I'm a creator and I'm creative, so you would appreciate something that fits your.
You give girls that I date nicknames.
Goddamn right.
I didn't even give her a nickname.
Devil in Africa.
I ain't even give her a nickname. He gave her a nickname for me.
That's true. I give people nicknames, but that's the thing. So a woman becoming the mother of your child really means nothing. A woman posting you all over. Listen, a woman posting you all over.
I didn't
social
say
media,
that.
I did. A woman posting you all over social media really means nothing. Even a woman saying she loves you means nothing. So the truth is, marrying a woman marrying you really means nothing. But this is the fact. When a woman genuinely cares about you, respects your values, and stands by who you are, and willing to grow with you, support, and build a life with you, that means something. You see, it ain't about none of the other shit, but who's willing to endure you. Whatever monster you are, I'm not saying take abuse.
Does this end in marriage? Is that what you're saying?
It ends in whatever the reality is for you guys.
Okay. Marriage is just a...
So if you meet somebody at the perfect spot, it sound like this. If y'all off, it don't hit right. And when somebody's saying baby, honey, love, or I love you, and these things, and you bump into small, big, medium situations, the love that you have when you're at your most happiness just shine through all that darkness.
Right.
And you get through it. Minus somebody being abusive, minus this, minus whatever the fuck you want to minus it with. What if your husband slapped the shit out you because he caught you doing something? Time out, reverse. What if you slapped the shit out of him? It's an equal thing. So what I'm saying is this, take the abuse away from it. Whatever is your red sign or a red flag and you don't want to stand, he plays video games too much, then fucking leave.
Right.
Let somebody else come in.
As soon as you see the bullshit, get out of there.
Get the fuck out. Don't try to change.
Or you didn't stuck around because you thought you were going to benefit on this end. But no, you got to accept whatever the fuck you don't like to.
Accepting each other.
Or get on down.
You got to understand that we chase after something that's not really true. And one of the things, as a man, we got to stop imagining our future with every woman we're attracted to. That's something I do. And it's not just attracted to physically. It's the energy around them, this glow. I give people my time.
You do that with every girl?
No. I didn't say that.
And I'm saying that because I do that sometimes just to feel like human.
I call it being normal.
Okay.
You are
but see,
not
that, I don't
ordinary.
Want to, but see, okay.
A lot of people
if
are
I
not
say
ordinary.
it when I don't say that, but other people would say that.
You're extraordinary. It's just you have a different lifestyle and it's looked at a certain way. It's a reason why you have a calling and some people don't. Are you a sheep or a wolf? Are you raising a sheep? Are you raising sheep or are you raising wolves? A wolf is going to be hungry for what's next. Hungry, which means something has to happen where there's not food. Right. Time out. A sheep is giving everything and ready to move with the next sheep. Where we going? What we doing? So,
being led.
So as a man, and it goes to kids.
That's why Jesus is your shepherd.
When you're dealing with the proper person, whatever fits your narrative of proper, it's only a matter of time.
You said you're gonna use that.
I did. It's only a certain amount of time before you can fit those pieces together. Yeah. Everybody's not promised a husband. A lot of these females, a lot of people go get mental help, and like you really should like not do that. Let me tell you why. Because it's not fucking helping. They're ripping you off. You're getting ripped the fuck off. Because if you can't deal with the small complexities that seem so complex, but when you look back on them, you laugh. If you can't deal with reading something in its entirety and not seeing these key things as saying the opposite of, you got a goddamn problem. And I'm not going to be the person that's going to chase you down and help you deal with it, because I've asked people, if I got lost, what would you do? If I disappeared, if I wasn't me, what would you do? And some people say, well, it depends on if you was my husband, well, what if I wasn't?
Right.
Then you would just let me go.
I'm not
It's
a
only
good
a matter
person
of
because I'm
time.
not your husband.
It's only a matter of time
I'm not
before
worth
this
that.
ends. The proper.
Okay, cool. You gotta go.
I want to check myself right here. Every woman that I've put interest in, I apologize because I lied. I really want to build a castle. And if you believe in me, join me on this journey. Other than that, I don't want to consider myself your boyfriend, your homeboy. All that stuff don't work for me unless it goes towards
boo.
the castle.
I was
Bookie. Everybody says Bookie.
I was
Bookies.
proposed the question that maybe I should be the boo, and I'm like, I don't really know how to be the boo or the boyfriend. What that look like?
Are you the Bookie?
Sell it to me.
Are you the Bookie?
Let me see if I can buy that. I ain't got enough money for it.
What's the narrative? What's the narrative?
It's too expensive for me.
What do you want? Whatever you want, you're going to sacrifice her, him, and it. The journeys that you have to take is going to take a back seat to the shit that you desire. What you need to do should be focused.
No, it's only what you want to do.
How could somebody tell you as a person that you're making the wrong steps if every step of the way you're getting bigger and better? I've dealt with, I've been wanting to say this shit. I've dealt with a lot of blood-sucking bitches.
That was the Holy Ghost.
It got me. Let me in, Stack.
Michael B. Jordan.
Let me. Anyway, okay, here we go. So I dealt with a lot of people that I looked at in higher places. But the truth is, the minute they got the understanding that I didn't care versus how I move, they made their moves. A lot of stuff I didn't pay attention to that I pay attention to now. Right. A lot of things, you got to look back. Okay, why did this happen? Why did this happen? If somebody tell you, I used to fuck with you, but I don't fuck with you like I used to, bye, bitch.
Yeah, out of here.
You don't have to call me every day, and I don't have to call you every day. But guess what? Somebody's calling me every day. Guess what?
And ain't worrying about nothing else other than
what needs to happen.
That's it.
So if I'm gonna deal with what needs to happen, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Can you hear me?
I don't really have these on my ears, so I don't.
We good. If
they just feel comfortable on my head.
I just wear these things.
That's it.
But if you can focus truly on what you need, and you can meet somebody that can focus on truly on what they need, and y'all thread that reality together, castle. Some people gotta add a third or fourth, castle. Why the fuck are you asking me when we going on a date? I don't give a fuck about a date. Listen, and I don't give a fuck about this.
But she don't know though. So that's what I've ran into, right? I'm like,
there we go. Let's do this.
Okay, so I'll try to teach somebody me.
You're a teacher now.
As fast as possible.
Shout out to Teacher Appreciation Week.
Nurse Appreciation Week.
Teacher.
Both.
There we go.
It was one last week and one this week.
Shout out to both of y'all.
So the faster somebody learns me, the faster they'll know whether they want to deal with me or not, or how they want to deal with me, right? So as many hours as we're going to put in doing what we do, with no regard to nothing else other than the priorities, that has to be understood, what we said earlier.
What has to happen? That
has to be understood, like off top, like, listen, we just now getting to know each other. Whatever situation I've been in or you've been in before this ain't going to be like this.
Never.
It's not going to be like this because this is how it's drawn up for me.
Right.
I'm not perfectly made, put together where when we date, these things are going to happen the way they happen on social media, television. No. This is how
or even previous to the guys.
Right, that's what I said. Any other situation
it's not
you
gonna
or
happen the way
I've
you
been
see
in.
it. It's not going to happen the way you see it. And it might not, like you said, it's not going to happen the way that I see it.
Right.
There's a different hybrid that happens because you know what you are, and if she know what she is, then that's that thread.
So once we put that together, that's different than the last person that you or I dealt with. So it's a different chemistry. It's a different dynamic.
Right.
But these things will be true. If you think there's going to be an everyday kind of if it's like that, if it works out like that, fine. But more than likely, it's going to be when it's when I'm available, when you're available. If you got more availability than me, it's gonna feel like I ain't fucking with you.
That's why I like dealing with a busy bitch. Yeah, I said bitch. I like dealing with a busy bee. I love it because she's busy and I'm busy and we can take time to figure this shit out in between.
Yeah, when
I don't
available.
feel like but I always have free time because I don't give a fuck.
I don't have free time. I make time when I want to do what I want to do. I don't have free time.
And when you make time, watch this. How many times, and this is very difficult to say because I hope I don't punch nobody I'm trying not to punch, but the people that need this. Sometimes I'm chilling with people and I'm like, just leave. Even when me and you was the other day, you like, damn, bro, you good? I'm like, nah, I'm just too many shit moving.
And listen, anybody
You're my fucking brother, and he's my partner.
I understand.
It's just too much shit be moving. So
the thing is, they ain't gonna put up a fuss. I'm like, nigga, fuck that, and I'm gonna keep it moving.
What the fuck wrong with you?
Yeah. But I'm not gonna take it personal. Like it's against me. I know it's not against me.
Right.
And that be the thing. People think it's against them.
Yeah.
And then if you say, well, whatever, you give them the scenario, and they're gonna put themselves in a position where they're like, not like everybody else. So you shouldn't treat them like
they want to feel like
right.
If you're not like everybody else. Do some shit I've never seen. Bitch, can you fly? I ain't fucking airplane.
Pick up a train.
Listen, so I get this too a lot. I am kind of rude, but it's direct. You want me to come over and hang out? Nah, I got a lot of shit to do. The internet says there's no way you're that busy. Watch this, motherfucker.
The internet.
5 novels. I'm working on 5 novels. I've been paid to work on other things, and I'm doing.
Then you're bragging.
Yeah. Look, why is it gotta always be about you? Well, how about this? How about I just date me, and the people that understands that I have a lot to do, join me, and then you can do what you gotta do, and you get the whole thread thing. The point is, don't attack what you're not. Right. If you got somebody that's pushing to be the best, watch this. I've received recognition with Black Rubik's from Arkansas. I've received recognition as a writer from San Diego, Arkansas, Louisiana. I mean, we have to keep going. Kentucky, we can go in a bunch of different areas. I've done a lot of things. If I didn't do half the shit I was doing, ignoring certain relationships, ignoring certain energies, it seemed like I'm doing other things, but the truth is I'm really working, and I wouldn't receive a lot of stuff on the other end that I'm receiving, the success. Now, there is a feeling of loss, but then it leaves every time I get a trophy or a check. Here we go. You ready for this?
It's a balance. It's a sacrifice.
For every fucking movie, this for every woman and every man out there. Watch this, bro. You're going to love this. This is how I clip right here. For every movie you wanted to see that didn't come out, for every album you wanted to hear that didn't come out, keep in mind somebody was dealing with a motherfucker like you, and he was like, I have to take her on a date. He should be in the studio. Whatever your baby daddy is now, imagine if you let that, or whatever your spouse is, whatever the person you're dealing with, baby daddy, friends, imagine if you just clip the fucking chains of a false reality holding them in place.
50,
let them
50,
fly.
50-50.
Let them fly. It go both ways. Watch this. She is a great artist as far as a painter. How can I help you get to the next stage?
A lot of people just work on a regular 9-to-5 job.
They don't
I'm not saying
understand
nothing's wrong with that.
That's
we
all.
need that.
We work 9 to 5.
Yeah. So if that's all you do is just work and go home, take care of the kids in the meantime, right? You looking for thrills and fun and all that kind of shit. Me and this guy, our life is that.
Is an adventure.
We wake up every day anxious and ready for whatever is new.
Or fucking
because we're creating. Right. We're creating every day. That's how we make a living, is by creating, to be creators. This right here, this podcast is creation. Creators, content, however you want to look at it. But it's not a set schedule where we wake up, go to work at this time, get off at this time, go to no. The only thing is constant is what time I gotta go pick up my child.
Exactly.
Other than that,
we have to watch this. And this is speaking for me because you're going on one of these trips. If I'm booked in 8 different cities, 8 different countries.
That's coming.
If I'm booked in 8 different cities, and I have to plan that out over the course of time, and I have to spend time with my children, we have to spend time doing this. I have to spend time creating the things for these.
Because we're creators.
Cities.
We're going to create.
I'm working on this. I'm working on that. Tell me what time, even for basic sex, what time do I have to expel anything? What time do I have to express myself truly that's not tied to somebody? So when you get those moments, those small moments, I try to enjoy those. So I let people come in on those small, and I'm not even bringing up the Call of Duty tournaments and all this other stuff. I'm not bringing up the online stories that was pretty doing good. I'm not bringing up none of this shit. Most importantly, I try to make it not about me. I try to be ordinary. I am not. And for everybody that's made their stands, everybody that went in whatever direction, this opposite direction of me, you can stay gone. Because I've learned every time you move towards your goal, you're gonna lose the people you're breaking off chains.
Right.
Even if I'm somebody's chain, somebody's like, I have to move on from him. I'm tired of fake love. They move on. Peace, bitch. And then I move on. And then over the course of time, we see who develops. We see who gets stronger. I see you at the top. That's my next phrase. See you at the top. We're not talking about basic trips that we pay for. We're talking about the trips that our companies pay for. Right. And time out, there's nothing wrong with putting your hard-earned money because you earned it. But there's something different when somebody pay you to come somewhere and give you money to do things. It's just different.
This is the perfect time for a commercial.
Yo, the hootie hoo. This is the lead dog, Broadway Joe. This ain't got shit to do with me. This should have been a podcast.
Promote Black Rubiks.
Let's do it. Hi. Yeah. What the fuck? Black Rubiks. Check this out. We have an online, the latest online story for May Justice Be With You. But it's called I'm Too Old for This Shit. It follows a detective named Jack Harris. But Black Rubiks, we're doing a bunch of cool things with a bunch of cool stories, and a lot of people that know, come fuck with us. Just go to Facebook, Black Rubiks. I think it's called Black Rubiks Publications. It's like 3 Black Rubiks, but go to Facebook. You can find the shit. This is a commercial. Also, buy a book, buy some merch, and if you don't, I'll just try to sell it to you another day. You all right, bro?
SBAP merch store link in the bio.
And the store has been rehauled. We got new shit in there. A lot of new shit. Like, literally, I took a shit, put in, like, the shit you put hamburger shit in. That's a joke. To the culture. Let's talk about SHEDEUR. The NFL draft. There's no way a number 1 quarterback slid like that. Let's be honest. And I had that's a little thing.
You know what time it is?
It's 12 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
One day, Wednesday or Wednesday. Here we go.
Sadies.
SHEDEUR slid, right? No. One aspect of this nobody's talking about with the SHEDEUR debacle, SHEDEUR Sanders, is that Vegas betted on these positions. A lot of people knew the boy was a sure shot. They betted on it. This was a hustle. And like you said, they beat him for $40 million. Let me tell you something. The NFL is the same thing as the NBA. It's the same thing as any corporation. You're going to hustle to get more money. If you can hustle somebody and destroy what you think, this was a strike against Deion. If you a lot of coaches, they scared that Deion's going to have a lot of influence on what's going on.
Right.
So that's a lot that happened. Then they want to blame it on his bravado, his ego. Did
you see Deion at the draft?
Every quarterback.
Did you see Deion at his draft?
Deion Primetime Sanders. You know what's crazy?
If you think he ain't like his daddy, you mad because he like his daddy? But he's like, everybody want to be like their daddy.
You get mad for whatever you want to get mad about.
He had less jury on. The whole draft party was flashier.
Yeah.
But he had less jury on. Deion had trucker jury on.
Deion came, ran the 40. This the rumor. They wanted him to run the 40 at the combine. He pulls up on a fucking private jet in a suit, dresses out, runs the 40, runs directly, I think like it ran a 419. He runs directly out of the fucking auditorium to the car, yeah. Back to the airport, leaves, private jet. Why wouldn't you expect his son to be as dynamic?
Right. He ain't even, SHEDEUR's actually not as flashy as Deion was.
He's not arrogant.
Right.
He's confident. He's confident in his skill. Again, Deion raising wolves. Everybody under are wolves. He call them dogs in respect of a real hungry animal.
Right.
Not the version of a dog that'll eat his shit, but a dog that's gonna get out there
and get to it. They're mad because his brand is legendary. Number one, For him to even have a brand, period, is major. For him to call it legendary, he didn't say legend like I'm a legend already. Legendary. That means he's working towards that.
Again, they're going to find the switches and twitches inside of it, even in our own community. I was having a conversation with one of my female friends who lives out of town on the phone about LeBron James, and it was strikingly crazy that people can't. I love LeBron, but I love any black man that's doing stuff I've never seen, regardless of the sport. Now, she said outside of the sport, she respect him. But if you listen to how she cut it in half, she hate this fucking man. I believe if she saw LeBron, she calm down. Fuck LeBron. So the same thing happens with Deion Sanders. It's just they can't attack his skill.
Right. He's best.
So they have to attack the team shortcomings of what he's doing now, but they can't attack that because he's improved that.
He's doing better.
And they can't attack what he brings culture-wise, finance. So they say, you know what? Let's attack the one thing you don't attack, their kids. Let me tell you this. White people around the world. White people. Yes, I have white friends. Yeah, I do. White people around the world is a threat to the world. Ask the world. Fuck what I'm saying. Look what the world says. Look, listen. And I'm not going to give you the statistics on the serial killers and blah, 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 blah. Let's look at the fact. A known fact. Who do you fear? I don't fear nobody. You fear somebody. Who do you fear? Who do you fear? America power is slipping. Everybody got nuclear missiles. You throw one, we throw one, we all out. So what do you have? Who do you fucking fear? And I know what they fear. They fear us. They fear this. They fear this communication. That's why you need the ordinary people to do ordinary dates and not take the weakness that we conjure up as people and make it who we are. There's a beauty to us as black people. There's a beauty to us as African people. And no, I'm not going to go for all color folk. No, we are color folk. Mexican people are fucking Mexican people. We're brown. No, you're not. You Mexican.
Yeah, they didn't make brown because they is black
Mexican
or white. That's the construct they made.
And we're solely talking about that construct. So even Arabian people, I'm a brown boy. No, you fucking not. Oh, you're basing the skin tone. Well, the original brown boy don't got the rules this brown boy got.
Right. Listen, Irish people wasn't white at first. Italian people wasn't white at first.
They became white when it became...
Right, when it became a good thing to be white. When it came to advantageous to be white.
Beneficial.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous word when you're talking about power.
Right.
Does it benefit
Because they was not white people at first.
Listen, going on this date, does it benefit our future? It may. I just get drinking and taco. Well, how about this? How about invite me over to your house and let's do that there? And we've known each other. Well, I don't have a house yet. Well, invite me over to your apartment. Well, why do you
just trying to smash?
What I'm trying to say is this. Once they pick apart the creativity in us and say that's the reason, like you're too focused and blah, 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 blah. Once that's attacked, time out. And I'm not just talking about one or two. I've bumped into this in every
somebody
scenario.
say you too busy.
You too, yeah. So why'd you pursue me? Because I wanted to freak you.
No, I wanted to cut it off top.
I wanted to fuck.
I'm too busy.
Initially,
okay, you said I'm too busy.
Initially, when we met, I thought you were cool. I wanted to get to know you. Then I started saying, I could put up with all this to get the pussy. That's the fact in their mind. But once the pussy means nothing, what can you offer me? Well, you have everything. No, I don't, baby. Because I don't have you. Oh.
Schlack.
So that's where we are. But back on SHEDEUR, and anybody of that type of magnitude, he's young. They didn't even want Shallow to make it. It seems like, first it's what's the word? Collusion, ladies and gentlemen. You mean to tell me nobody picked him? And then you got the narrative. His son cracked a joke like, I had to fire my dad. It was a joke. Then the internet ran with it. He fires his dad.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, I was joking. I did not fire my dad. What the fuck? But the internet take it. And then I saw Travis, which is one of Deion's sons as well, in a sense, a father-coach-son combination. I saw Travis win. Everybody was happy for him. I saw Cam Ward win. Everybody was happy for him. Then I saw SHEDEUR do what happens. And they want to say, well, if a black quarterback got drafted first, then how's it a race thing? Well, let me tell you. Race ideology plays in every spectrum. So watch this. Yeah, we're going to let him do it because he is a better than him. And if we blatantly...
He's a good nigga.
No. Yeah, exactly. If we blatantly do this, it'll be seen. So owners said, take him off the board. They all said, take him off the board. It's because of his attitude. Well, let's talk about attitude. Everybody they did this to and came back and fucked him in the ass. So I'm starting to think that NFL teams don't care about getting fucked in the ass. Only they care about their money. So this was how we hit them. We buy the product straight from SHEDEUR's page. We buy his version of the jersey. We buy this.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see. I haven't did the research, but I'm anxious to see how that's going to really work out.
It works out. It works out.
Is he really doing that? Is that just a rumor? Is he
No.
Because if it's an NFL jersey, then
it's an NFL jersey, right?
Yeah, NFL getting paid for it. He gets maybe a percentage or whatever, however deal he signed.
Whatever deal it works in.
NIL wise with whatever contract that every player that actually makes the roster
works out a certain percentage.
Works out a deal with their jerseys.
So that's another thing. You take him off the roster, you're gonna lose a lot of hit. Cleveland, listen, this was Cleveland people love this.
Right.
They loved it.
So they gotta make it work. They're gonna have
people in New York
to keep
was mad. Look, the people online can be like, we don't want you, but you go to the people in the cities when they had the votes, everybody wanted them.
When them kids love you,
everybody wanted them.
Fuck with the adults.
So since SHEDEUR Sanders is such a bad guy, why is he in Cleveland going to schools? Almost 2 or 3 schools.
Right. Stuff he's been doing. That's what he does. He did that in Dallas. He went back when he was in Colorado and became a bigger star than he already was. He still went back to Dallas, went to the schools and spoke. So he's gonna do that wherever he go.
That's his father. That's good teaching.
Right.
And they don't want that. They don't want people to see a father. One father is gonna teach another father. That father is gonna teach a son. That son's gonna teach a son. That son's gonna teach a son. That son's gonna teach a son. We don't want that. We gotta ruin that. The majority of these black babies, these black kids are going to go into football and learn things they're not getting at home. Some of these kids, some of these mothers and fathers depend on the coach.
To be that extra parent.
To be that. And the coach, truly, some coaches are good.
He's going to play that role.
Up until, what if your son sucks? It's the sorriest person on the team.
Right.
Guess what?
Then it's just the compassion of the coach, whether or not he want to give him that extra.
So again, it takes a village to raise a football team. I'm joking. Look at the money they put into boy football. Look at the money they put into boy baseball. Look at the money they put into basketball for boys. Look at the other end on the girls. Watch this. Now look at how much money they put into softball for white kids. For all kids. But the white kids are going to spend a lot more money in softball. And this is a good thing because once our kids get into softball, they can teach another kid softball. We need to we need to be diverse.
Right.
We need to be included.
Right. Mm-hmm. I think it's big business up until you get to maybe the pros. That's when they kind of fall off for the females.
It does, but do you know why?
High school is a lot of money and big business in that, and then the AAU teams and all that, and even the college.
For the people that's doing it.
It fall out, yeah.
The players get the interest.
Right.
The players get the interest. So,
but everybody who's facilitating and getting.
When you have the type of community we have, there's a misunderstanding that happens every time. The first coach, ladies and gentlemen, is you, mom and dad. You're the first coach.
The first teacher.
So how is this child pushing themselves? So shout out to every mom that's been a daddy. And shout out to every daddy that's been a mom. Right. We love you because we come from that. We are that.
And shout out to every coach that's been an extra parent.
Shout out to every coach mom, coach the team, the women, the men and women that put this stuff together to make the team flow. You need that. So attach that to a community. This neighborhood versus that neighborhood in basketball. Let's get rid of the guns. You're fucking right. Mm-hmm. You see what he said about my mama online? He said my mom was a whole bitch. And he bought 3 pictures for $8.99. She had a deal going on. And now they jacking out my mama pictures. Gunshots. We can't substitute violence. It's programmed into our music. It's programmed into our media, every media. Sex is programmed into our music. It's programmed into our media. And then what happens as parents, we slip. We give them the phone. We give them the portal to hell.
And with that being said,
it should have been a motherfucking podcast.
It should have been a podcast.
Should have been a podcast. It should have been a podcast. Yeah. Should have been a podcast. It should have been a podcast. Yeah. Should have been a podcast. It should have been a podcast.
Would I pay for anything?
Would you pay for anything over $100 just to you entirely?
It's going
You don't
down.
get my security.
It's going down. So let's address the fighting of it. None of these niggas finna fight.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Right. But it turns into what's programmed.
It's fine as fuck.
But it kind of
Right. So
gonna
are you
eat
not
this
gonna are you not gonna give it to me?
I'd have seized in the front of them. You don't lose interest in the woman that they have sex with. She was just telling me how much things. Just telling us because I don't feel that way.
I'm just not stupid enough to certain things.
Should have been a podcast. It should have been a podcast. Yeah.
But
This
look,
is how they fish for men.
this is how they fish. But look, somebody post the group is females take
On your
interest.
post.
What'd you put on there? On which one?
With one of the last things you said.
Should have been a podcast.
I said you got to read the terms and conditions.
Should have been a podcast. It should have been a podcast. Yeah. Should have been a podcast. It should have been a podcast. Yeah. Should have been a podcast. It should have been a podcast.